Why, good afternoon. Now, I've been wanting to visit Carowinds at night for a long time now. For some reason, I don't really know why. I mean, parks are just always a different experience at night, and this is one I've really wanted to experience at night for some reason. So I was originally going to try to go to the Carowinds event this year, but that didn't quite work out with my scheduling and stuff. This almost didn't work out, but I am luckily going to be able to get up there today for their WinterFest event, which is their Christmas event. And normally they have a very limited ride selection open. It's still a limited ride selection, but it's more than usual, including Fury being open for WinterFest this year, so that's really exciting. Unfortunately, Carowinds doesn't post any of their temperature thresholds, so I don't know when anything's going to close. So let's just go ride some roller coasters. Carowinds opens at 5 p.m. today. It's 5 to 10 p.m. It's just a nighttime event, and I'm about 4 hours away right now in Knoxville, so I'm gonna drive over there now. Just me today. I was gonna try to meet up with a friend over there that lives in that area right now, but it didn't quite work out, so maybe some more planning that'll happen next time. But just me. Still excited though to ride some roller coasters at night. Always a good time. And I've really only gotten night rides at Dollywood recently, so it'll be nice to get night rides somewhere else. Would you look at that? 325 miles worth of fuel left. If that's not good luck, I don't know what is. The traffic was unbelievable as Fury crested left here. Our arrival time went from 4:42 to like 5:28, just in the time we were sitting on 485, which is kind of bad, but Fury's kind of hauling. It's like 54 degrees right now, so it's pretty lit. Can't wait to get in here. My gosh, this ride is so dang beautiful. Holy crap. Doesn't even need a repaint or anything. But yeah, Fury's definitely running 2 trains if we're lucky. Honestly, wouldn't surprise me if it's running 1 train. As you can see, there's really not many people here at all. So we'll see how operations end up being. We only got about 4 hours now. We'll see if we can get done in that time. I have an animated Christmas tree out front too. Alright, let's head in. Already advertising their 50th anniversary for next year. Just used the restroom. Heading in. Wow. These are some awesome Christmas lights and everything. Whoa. Good job. They did good with this. Another giant Christmas tree. Alright, I'm going back to Fury. Wow, they really did a good job with this light. I barely walked in yet. My prediction for this event is that it's going to be not quite Smoky Mountain Christmas level, but still pretty good as its own thing. That's definitely what I'm seeing so far. However, I think the lights, at least at the front, just a bit grander than Smoky Mountain Christmas. Well, better in that regard, but obviously it can't compare with like ride selection. They only have like half of the major rides open for WinterFest, but still. Whoa. Some of it is just because it's something new. However, just the grandness of how a lot of this is done is just, it's above what I've seen, at least near the front of Dollywood. Dollywood just doesn't have the kind of space in the areas to do stuff like this. That's the main thing. Wow. I was originally going to go try to get an aeronautical landing construction update before it got dark, but as you can see, it already got dark. So we'll just get around there when we can. I'm going right to Fury because I really can't resist. Yeah, decorations are starting to look a little bit more sparse down this direction as we approach Fury. So it's unfortunate. It's kind of like a drum routine going on. Anyways, yeah, I've been wanting to get night rides on this coaster for a very long time, so I'm very excited to be finally having that opportunity. Oh look, they have a little stage and fire pit set up. This is nice. This is nicer. Wow, yeah. Let's grab some rides. It does have a little bit of a line, but shouldn't be anything too bad. So I need to go grab a locker probably. So nothing's changed with the locker. It's non-transferable. Minimum rental 2 hours at about $2 an hour. So, all right. Somebody left their last receipt in here, but You do have to, Fury and Copperhead are the two rides, coasters you have to buy lockers for. No loose article bins on the station platform, so. All right, got zipper pockets to keep my phone in, but everything else is in the locker, and line's looking pretty long, and I think they're only running 2 trains, so that sucks. So apparently this is normally the single rider line. Not open tonight, sadly. That ride is unbelievable. I can't say much about it that hasn't already been said, and having night rides on it, just a totally new experience there. But I got 2 rides within an hour. Unfortunately, they're only running 1 train, so it's what should be a 10-minute wait max is like a 45-minute wait. So I'm going to go to the back of the park where, according to the Carowinds app, the wait times at the rides at the back of the park are shorter. Do I trust the Carowinds app? No, not really, but I kind of need to get dinner anyway, so I'm going to see if Blue Ridge Country Kitchen's open. Well, Carolina Cyclone is one of the rides that is supposed to be open for Winterfest, but as you can see, it's pretty closed. So, of the major coasters, what they have open for Winterfest is Fury, Carolina Cyclone, which is closed today, Afterburn, and Copperhead, I think. Oh, and Nighthawk. Nighthawk as well. I do want to get on that because it's been several years since I've ridden Nighthawk. I love this colorful lights through here. Pretty cool. We got lots of candy cane colored lights going into country or county fair here. Pretty pretty. I like it. Yeah, most of the flat rides throughout the park are open, I believe. It's really just the coasters that they've really cut back on what's open. Actually, Flying Cobras was originally listed as a Winterfest ride, but they've taken it off. I think it just can't run in the cold. But anyways, look at Dozy Do's light package. This is their, I think it's a Troika, but that is pretty. They really like their white lights in trees. Oh, and check this out. They got this like animated light thing going off Windseeker. So unfortunately Windseeker's not operating, but it looks pretty cool. It's also really awesome when you get to the top of Fury's lift hill. You can just look over to the right and see the whole park lit up. It's very awesome. But Blue Ridge Country Kitchen hopefully looks like it's actually open today because it wasn't open last time I was here. Well, it's actually Dasher's Diner for Christmas time here. They're decorated for Christmas in here. It's pretty cool. Pretty nice. It's definitely the best place to eat at Carowinds, in my opinion, at least that I've experienced. Fortunately, Cedar Fair food pricing in general is just pretty high right now. It's going to be around $20 no matter what you get. If you saw the chicken tenders are the same price as a half rotisserie chicken. So of course I got the half rotisserie chicken. You get a little roll and a side. So towards the side, they had some holiday-ish things like stuffing and stuff, but I just got mac and cheese. The other cool thing that Cedar Fair does that I really like is a lot of the signage around places like this restaurant are Easter eggs, particularly where I just sat down. If you don't know, this poster is referencing Mystic Timbers over at Kings Island, which is one of my favorite wooden coasters of all time, so very cool that I just sat down here. These cross-references between parks are insane, though, because that is the barn from Copperhead Strike. So that implies that Miami River Lumber Company, which is what Mystic Timbers at Kings Island is themed around, built this barn. And you can see the tree from the possessed tree from Mystic Timbers chilling up in that window, which implies that the spirit that took over Miami River Lumber Company at Kings Island is now here at Carowinds at Copperhead Strike. That is crazy. Also, our lumber is obtained by means of vengeance. Of course, that's referencing Steel Vengeance slightly, but I'm just throwing the barn thing. I really can't wait to see more themed attractions at Cedar Fair Parks in the future. And a big part of that is I want to see more of these cross references. And see, we're building the Cedar Fair cinematic universe here, apparently. Back out into the cold we go. It's not that cold, it's only like 49. I haven't seen Nighthawk cycle at all the whole time I've been here. It is listed as one of the rides to be open for Winterfest, but I know they're struggling with a lot of staffing right now, so it's probably not open. I'm gonna go take a look though. Never mind, it's running. It's about to dispatch, so let's go get in the line. You can see around here some cool. This is definitely just like repurposed Carowinds stuff. Cool nonetheless though. They do have these new ride wait time signs at some rides, which are not as nice as, say, the Dollywood ones, but they work. I don't know if I want to wait 45 minutes for this, but I'm gonna go see if it's actually that long, because as you can see, it's a pretty long queue. I don't really see anybody yet, so we'll go find out. Yeah, this might actually be a while. I'm gonna see how fast it moves for a little bit, and then maybe hop out of line. We'll see. I do really want to ride Nighthawk, because that's been quite some time since I have. Quite a few years.
Everybody stand back to those gates. The train pulls into the station. Welcome back, riders. How was your ride?
I don't know why so many enthusiasts hate that ride so much. It's pretty fun. I mean, yes, it's a little bit bumpy. I find this in general with old school Vekomas. They're not near as rough as people say they are. Again, a little bumpy, and I could see how a smoother flying coaster would be a much better experience. But for that being the only flying coaster I've ridden, I love the feeling of laying down and having the forces feel like you're gonna be thrown out of the train. It's probably out of any ride I've ridden, that's still the one that most feels like you're gonna get ejected out of the train. But anyways, just lying down in that flying position, looking over all the Christmas lights at night was incredibly cool. Especially that first lie to fly maneuver up there is incredible, and that's pretty smooth, that part. So again, I could see how a smoother flying coaster would be a much better experience, but I don't think this one is bad. So they have these like private igloo things that you can rent. It's kind of funny. Well, as you can see, Carolina Sky Tower is operating, and I've never ridden this before. It's been broken every time I've been here. This is one of these old observation tower rides. These are kind of going extinct. So I definitely want to get on this, and then I'll finish out as many other coasters as I can. We've got about an hour and a half before park closing, so hopefully the lines will clear out.
The Carolina Sky Tower is one of the park's original attractions and rises to a height of 320 feet. Pat Hall was inspired by a 1956 trip to Disneyland and his dreams of bringing the states of North and South Carolina closer together. The name Carowinds was inspired by the park's original theme, representing the history and culture of the Carolinas. Over the past 4 decades, Carowinds has seen major growth spurts with the addition of world-class thrill rides, exhilarating live shows, and the addition of seasonal events. Off in the distance, you will see our signature ride, Fury 325, the world's tallest and fastest giga-coaster. With heights reaching 325 feet, an 81-degree initial drop, staggering length of 6,602 feet, and breathtaking speeds of 95 miles per hour, this 2,700-ton behemoth is a full-throttle test of fortitude. Now Blue Ridge Junction is back in a fresh and exciting way, delivering all the good vibes and good eats of the Carolina Highlands. Looking out, you'll see a feature that honors Mr. Hall's original vision of Carowinds, our first on-site hotel, Spring Hill Suites by Marriott. We look forward to many more exciting adventures ahead. Thank you for riding the Carolina Sky Tower and letting us share a bit of our history with you.
The lights in here, but it is heated. That's nice. Time to go back out in the cold. Wow, I really love that. That's awesome. That was totally worth sacrificing a coaster ride to ride. It's so sad. A lot of those were built during like the 70s and 80s, but none have been built in decades, and the ones that are left seem to be slowly closing. But it's nice to see Carowinds taking good care of those. I don't know if you heard, but the audio tour of Carowinds, if you will, that plays during the Sky Tower ride actually mentioned Copperhead Strike, which is a 2019 edition. So they are actually keeping that up to date, which is pretty dang awesome. Then on the inside, you couldn't see on the camera because it was dark, but the inside walls had some art showing some of Carowinds' landmark attractions and roller coasters and stuff. So overall, just very cool, great views of the park and everything, especially at night during WinterFest with the lights. So I definitely recommend it. Again, it spends a lot of time closed because it's a very old ride type that isn't really made anymore. Like I said, they're kind of going extinct. So when it does go down, it usually goes down for a while because it takes them a while to find parts to repair it. So if it is open while you're here, I definitely recommend taking a ride on Carolina Sky Tower. It's a really awesome type of attraction that I think every park should have. And it's really a shame that they're slowly disappearing. You never know when your last chance is going to be to ride one of those. So, all right, it's 8:40 p.m., so we have about an hour and 20 minutes until park close. I kind of mentally panicked for a second because I was thinking 9 p.m. because, of course, my home park is Dollywood and it always closes at 9. But we got till 10, so that's all right. There are 2 more major coasters we haven't hit yet that are open, which would be Copperhead and Afterburn. So let's go see about those. The app says only 15-minute waits for those, whereas 45-minute waits for Fury and Nighthawk. So hopefully they're not as bad, and we can, get quite a few rides in here before the park closes. Guys, I think the world is ending. Copperhead is running 2 trains. What the heck? I mean, I'll take it. But what? Why 1 train on Fury and 2 on Copperhead? These trains do have headlights, which is pretty sick. That one, the headlights aren't working. The other one, the headlights are working. It's kind of weird. Only one of the trains have working headlights anymore. Let me buy a locker because you do have to do that for this attraction, and I'll hopefully grab a few rides before I head over to Afterburn. I do like how the lockers for Copperhead and Fury are kind of themed with the ride. Anyways, 1113. This is always the most annoying part. He's trying to find which one. Okay, it's this one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, cool. The launch area is lit up, but the whole back half of the ride is pretty dark back there because all that's really back there is the water park. And the water park's closed, obviously, so it's gonna be dope. Turn back now. Not too bad. I'm not turning back. But what the heck is going on? Did they actually fix this? No. No, they stupid. These switchbacks never switch. Very dumb. It probably is like a 30-minute wait with 2 trains, actually. Never trust the Carowinds app, but we'll find out. So it's the right there standing there. There are well into 2 trains up, it's nobody's business. It's awesome to see some pretty fantastic operations after how slow everything else is. I don't know why that ride is so good, but it is. I'm going again. Dang, Copperhead, dang. It's definitely, it's cooled off a little bit, so it's slowed down a little bit, but still, I love that ride. All right, I'm gonna head over to Afterburn because I want to get one ride on Afterburn, and then we'll see if I can. We got about 30 minutes left, so probably don't have time to make it back to Fury to finish the night on Fury, but we can at least try. It'll be fun. Over by Afterburn, it's the first time I've seen one of these. I'm probably just blind to the rest, but here's a WinterFest specific map. It shows just the rides that are open for WinterFest, as well as a lot of the seasonal WinterFest stuff. So that's pretty cool. All right, Afterburn, it looks like there's not a soul there. So let's go, Top Gun flight deck. See the aircraft hangar, and up here you can actually barely see. I don't know if you'll be able to see because of the lights. The letters T-G on the building, referencing when this ride used to be themed to Top Gun when it opened. That was way before my time, but cool nonetheless. Of course, I wish it still was, but whatever. You're not going to be able to see much of the aeronautical landing construction because it's dark, but they are still working on it. Hopefully we'll be ready for the spring. There's a big construction wall on the other side that's really tall that I couldn't get a camera over. So, yeah, Fightertown, USA, Afterburn. Yeah, it's not 100%, I mean, my kind of ride, just a lot of very positive forces, and for some reason it was actually running a tad on the rough side. I'd say it's running with about the smoothest of Nighthawk right now, so for everyone that complains about that ride, that's how Afterburn's running now, which is weird because every other time I've ridden Afterburn, smooth as butter. Even just a few months ago back in August was smooth as butter, so I don't really know what happened to it. But anyways, yeah, very whippy, lots of positive forces. But I find the whip with those older B&M restraints to be not super comfortable. I'm more of a new gen B&M kind of guy, which is a pretty unpopular opinion, but Afterburn's fine, but not my favorite. All right, we got about 20 minutes until park close, so I think we can get one more ride on Fury. I think. Alright, baby, let's finish up the night with some more Fury 325, the best steel coaster on the planet. At least the best one I've ridden. I haven't ridden anywhere near every steel coaster on the planet, but still, this thing's very good. Very good, it's an understatement. Fresh single train ops. Okay, silly me, I left my wallet in the Copperhead strike locker which means that I couldn't rent a locker at Fury, and you can't get in the line with a backpack. So I had to go back to get my wallet, and that means I'm probably most likely not gonna have time to get into Fury's line, which is sad, but whatever. There's no way I can get back to Fury before closing, so I guess I'll head to Copperhead for my last rides of the night. That's really sad. I really want to get on Fury some more, but just got off last ride of the night, front row on Copperhead Strike, so that was awesome. I am still very sad that I didn't get any more rides on Fury. However, Copperhead still slaps, and in the front row is awesome. I think I actually prefer front row on Copperhead now. You just get really strong airtime and stuff. Totally awesome. So, I mean, things work out. I'm sure I'll get on Fury at some point next year, because I know I'll probably be up here at least once next year. But yeah, the predicament now is I gotta find my wallet, because it was not in the locker. I really have only had it in my backpack and, well, in the locker. So, really couldn't tell you where else it might be. It's never been in my pocket to go on any rides or anything, so there's no way I lost it on a ride, so hopefully it just fell on the ground and someone took it up to guest services. We'll find out. Gotta infuse a little drama somehow, I guess. Although this kind of stuff usually doesn't happen to me. I've never lost my wallet before or anything like that. Usually my life's pretty non-dramatic, so this is weird for me. Here's Snowflake Lake, the ice skating rink. It's an upcharge, so obviously I didn't do that. Most of the other Cedar Fair parks that do Winterfest have Snowflake Lake on, like they freeze over the fountain pools at the entrances, but Carowinds doesn't have fountain pools, so they do this instead. It's much smaller, but still cool. Alright, guest services. Let's go check and see. Alright, thank heavens. Someone did bring it up. Let me make sure nothing's missing. Yep, everything's there. That was close. Alright, bye Carowinds. Definitely won't be back here this year. As much as I want to. I really enjoyed Winterfest more than I thought. So hopefully I'll be able to make a return trip at least once next year. Based on the length of the line it had, I'd expect Fury to cycle at least one more time since they're on one train. We'll find out in just a second, though. Here's the treble clef. They call it that because it kind of looks like a treble clef. It looks more like a treble clef from a distance, but it's definitely awesome when you're walking in the park and you see this. That was a fantastic night at Winterfest at Carowinds. Didn't get too many rides, but honestly, I'm fine with that. Obviously, I love digging into as many rides as possible, but I also just like being able to enjoy the park atmosphere, and I've gotten where I'm not really as worried about how many rides I get anymore. We had 2 rides on Fury, 3 on Copperhead, and also getting to try out Nighthawk and Afterburn in 5 hours. That's fine with me. Plus, the Christmas lights were just beautiful. Overall, the event presentation was just much better than I thought it was going to be, honestly, so obviously not going to be back here again this year. I wouldn't be opposed to coming back another year, especially if my budget allows it a little bit better. But yeah, hopefully I'll get reviews up of some of the coasters at Carowinds at some point, but that'll probably be after I do reviews of some of the coasters at Dollywood and other stuff. There's just a lot of videos I want to make on this channel, but I just don't have much time because, well, life gets in the way otherwise. But I know I'll be at Dollywood tomorrow. My plan's to hit it on the way back, so look out for that vlog coming soon. That'll probably be my last Dollywood trip of the school semester, but probably the last one of the year as well. I'd love to get up there one more time, but probably not going to happen realistically. So again, look out for reviews and that kind of stuff coming soon. And I'm excited to hopefully get to some new parks in the new year, but obviously I'm a bit constrained by time and, more importantly, budget. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go to bed now. So if you've ever been to Carowinds Winterfest, let me know what you think about it and what some of your favorite amusement park Christmas events are. Otherwise, I'm gonna go to sleep. I did have my 50th anniversary Kings Island shirt on today, but I had a jacket on so you could see it. They already had some 50th anniversary Carowinds shirt designs in the gift shops I saw when I walked by. I didn't really have time to go merch shopping today, but next year I gotta get one. Anyways, I'm still on too long. I'm tired. I want to sleep, so Bye-bye.